I would say I'm actually pretty much overall pleased with how the game went today against the Texans. So don't get me wrong, 18 points isn't exactly what I wanted after a 44-point domination against Dallas. But this is a tough defense. You're on the road. The Texans they're fighting for their lives. Like they almost had to win this game if they want to stay alive in that wild card race. And the Broncos, they had one of the typical games they have all year where they do nothing in the first three quarters and then they end up turning it on in the fourth quarter where they scored 14. Oh, sorry, that was the Dallas game where they ended up scoring 11 points, which you love to see. Bo Nix got the team into field goal range, and Will Lutz finished it off. See, Denver, they're at their best in that fourth. The pass rush wreaks havoc. Nix makes the throws, gets the ball down the field, and does just enough. But you want to see a little bit more consistency. Denver, they didn't score in the first and the third quarters. They did have that touchdown, of course, to Cortland Sutton on that wiggle route. The play calling, it just been so inconsistent. Like last week against Dallas, it was phenomenal, but Dallas is probably the worst defense in football, so you can't take too much away from that. And then the Giants game, all of it came in the fourth quarter. Do you guys think that Sean Payton should give up the play calling duties? I'm not against head coaches calling plays like Ben Johnson, Shane Steichen, like it can be done. But I almost would like to see Sean Payton focus on other things outside of that because this team, they're just not where they need to be. And maybe a couple of additions at the trade deadline will help. But Bo Nix does his best when the play starts to speed up and they go up tempo, and he sort of lets the game come to him. Versus, let's just run the ball on first, second down, and then it's a third and long, and then ends up being a punt. Like the Broncos, they didn't put together much in this game at all. Like Nix ended up throwing 173 yards on 37 attempts. Like that is god awful, man. Did have that interception where Nix tried to force it down the field, and I believe it was Stingley made a play on it. He had like all day to jump in front of it. Almost had another interception down the field. See, Nix made a couple of like boneheaded throws trying to just make a play, which isn't what you want to do. Like I talk about letting the game come to you. You want to let these routes develop and get the ball to them. But again, it just didn't really happen. Houston has a good defense. They've got Lassiter, Stingley, Anderson. They've got a lot of good players. But I would have liked to see Denver at least consistently be able to push the ball down the field more. I mean, it wasn't even a competitive game at all offensively. They did just enough to get the win, but that was about it. I'll take the win though, 7-2, tied for the best record with I believe the Pats and the Colts, which you love to see. But you also would have also liked to see just the offense do a little bit more. J.K. Dobbins, 15 for 61 on the ground, had a long of 12. He was pretty quiet this game. Bo Nix had 36 yards, 25 of them, of course, came on a run late in this game, which helped set up that game-winning field goal. RJ Harvey, just two carries. It's very confusing how he only had two carries. Like the Broncos, they should have ran the ball, and not even that they should have ran the ball more. Like 23 rushes is kind of fine, but also like dropping back 37 times for Bo Nix, like it explains why the offense didn't do much. You need to be able to run the ball and build the play action off of that. But if you can't run the ball on early downs, then you're in third and longs. And against Houston with this rush and that secondary, again, that's why Denver didn't have any success offensively. And then RJ Harvey ended up having a 27-yard catch. And if you think about it, Cortland Sutton had a 30-yard catch, which means that literally Harvey's one catch of that amount of yardage basically was more than every single Broncos player outside of him. 3 yards more by Sutton, but Franklin 27 yards and four catches. Troutman had a 21-yard catch. Like, man, that's just bad. It's just flat. It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable, man. And like, I'm happy that this team won the game. I'm happy with the way the defense played. But just the offense has really been holding this team back. If the offense could just be mediocre, we could be talking about a Super Bowl in Denver. But there's just a lot of work to do. And I was pleased with the entire Dallas game. I was pleased with the fourth quarter against New York. But I would have loved to see the Broncos just come out here and be a little bit more aggressive. I wasn't expecting 30 points, but hell, man, 24, 27 points. I would have been pretty pleased with that and more efficiency. It just wasn't a very methodical game for Denver. I mean, I don't know, man. It's 10:32 p.m. when I'm recording this Sunday night, so bear with me. I'm tired. Been watching football all freaking day and basketball. I just got done watching the Knicks and the Bulls game. I was like, kind of, why not, right? I felt like watching basketball. Yeah, I mean, it's a win. I'll take it. Like, I would have rather the Broncos obviously win and do nothing offensively, then lose and they drop 40. But it's just a little bit deflating as well, and knowing that they left a lot in the table. And it just didn't seem like they really even ever had a chance, man. I mean, like Sean's got to call plays better. He just has to. Like if you've been watching some of these other top play callers and top offenses, dude, they're so much smoother with the way they call plays, and they just hit on zone defenses and they find the soft spots. And Denver just hasn't really done that. That's kind of been the problem here. I mean, how like RJ Harvey leading the team in receiving is crazy, bro. And then Jacob Dobbins 15 for 61. What's the math on that? 61. Hopefully I'm dividing this right. 61 divided by 15. 4 yards per carry. I mean, that's not like it's really not that bad, I guess, but you'd like to see a little bit more because like 4 yards per carry. I mean, you like to see get up to that 5.5 yards per carry is kind of like where you really want to be. I mean, second 5, second 4 is not. It doesn't seem like much, but I mean, dude, the yards start to really add up. And even more importantly than that, it's also the long yardage. Like our long of 12 isn't really that great. Like you like to see Dobbins get like a 25-yard run or like a 26-yard run. And if he's able to do that, then the efficiency would go even more up. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like 4 yards per carry is like really kind of bad. And especially given how good this offensive line is. And yeah, Harvey only 2 carries. I'd like to see him get a little bit more work here. He ran a great route out of the backfield when he caught that touchdown. So, I mean, it works, right? I'm interested to see your guys' thoughts in the comments and how you felt about this game. For me, it's just like I'm kind of ready to move on to the next one. I don't know if I'm probably going to take a look at the film, but like what would we even really break down of the tape, right? It's like the defense was the story of this game. We haven't talked about the defense, so I guess we'll get into that. So defensively, C.J. Stroud ended up leaving with an injury. As much as I respect Stroud, I mean, you got to be able to give yourself up a little bit earlier than that. It was a clean hit, but he kind of put himself into harm's way. Stroud, that opening drive looked very encouraging as they pushed the ball down the field, but then they ended up, well, they missed the field goal because of like some penalties and things like that. Yeah, the Texans definitely shot themselves in the foot. So did the Broncos, but still. And this is two teams that just play through their defense, and that's kind of how they get it done. But Stroud, he leaves with the injury. Davis Mills comes in, and he was Davis Mills, like not very good. 17 for 30, 137 yards. Very similar to Bo Nix. Really, almost identical to Bo Nix, if I'm being completely honest with you. A bunch of attempts and not a lot of yards. A couple of sacks. And then the run game was non-existent. So Denver's defense literally could not have played any better. Like it could not have played any better. And they won by a game-winning field goal at the end of regulation. So I will say that I'm happy the team won. But if we're talking about the Broncos getting to that next level, then it's very difficult to be pleased with this game. I mean, I'm a fan of the Broncos. If you're on the Broncos team, I mean, it's a win. A win's a win. But as someone who wants to see this team get to that next level, there is a lot of work to do. My bad, guys. My mic disconnected, but I was trying to say that I really think we need to have a serious discussion about Sean Payton. I think this team would benefit off of another play caller, man, if I'm being completely honest with you. That's all I could really think of is let's just see how the team looks. And if they look worse, then okay, I was wrong. But I have a feeling they're going to look a lot better.